How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming. This is by EventHorizon called Aeontale. It's an RPG Maker MV game. This is my MV first impressions of it, so let's take a look at this game. Cool art in the background, like the particle effects. Looks really nice. Seems like you've got different kinds of layers of particle effects. You've got some going up, some going to the side, or it could just be drawing randomly with a random orientation or direction. And cool. Let's take a look at the options. Always dash on, command remember on, keyboard config. We'll leave it alone. We will sync FPS to 60. Resolution scaling, why not? Keep that the same. The font looks a little blurry, kind of hard to read. But, I mean, you can see what it is. It's... I like the piano music, too. I'm a fan of instrumental piano music. And this is... Eden sleeps, the world consumed. A strange tide, Eden sleeps. Stone carving found within the old temple. Looks like there's more text here, but it kind of got cut off. Maybe a 2. Many ages ago, when the land was still young, the Creator bestowed life upon the fields. The life he bore was that of the elves and that of man, who united created a vast and something that got cut off, until one day, when from over the great horizon came the Oracle, a race of winged humans, something elves or humans. Trouble was brewing, however. The elves worshipped the Oracle as God. So obviously, I mean, this is something you should have caught right off the bat. You know, you play test it after you package it, and you should see that, right? The humans resented them. The once great civilization, is that how you spell civilization? Was then divided, and with the aid of their new angelic protectors, the elves flourished. They built many temples and impressive structures, heralding their new gods. Man lived segregated and degenerate in their hatred. Okay. Then came, so already there's too much text. I like the particles and the background and everything, too much text. Then came the flood, the world inundated, covered in that which brought it life. None knew the cause, only that it brought suffering and death upon the world. For hundreds of years the humans survived within a walled settlement called Corvallis. For hundreds of years they suffered failing crops and starvation. Then, as quickly as it came, the water returned from whence it came, leaving behind a cut-off sentence. Select difficulty. Let's put it on normal. Normal is the most balanced. No status changes, and only forego very few dungeons and all of your, maybe it's my resolution. I'm using, 1920 by 1080, but now you see what it looks like on this resolution. All of your sentences are cut off. I see some modification a little bit to the tile set, which is kind of cool. It's real hard to get right. I see some little pixel spots where you can see there's, but it still works because water could do that, Maybe not that little line though. Whatever, it's kind of a cool scrolling thing. Music's changing. It's very lively. It's very audibly sound. I don't know. Whatever. What the hell am I talking about? So what exactly are we doing here again? I mean, we do dive headfirst into dungeons in search of loot, and by some definition, a mine might fit that category, but not for me. I mean, what kind of knowledge can we hope to unearth from this heap? Well, I happen to agree with you. On top of that, I can't see the guards paying us very much with their distaste something something already. They would sooner see me with a spade in my hand than an axe. David. Plus, now we might get harassed more often to do these kinds of things. David! Sorry. If you have to know, the captain in charge of guarding the miners sent for you to investigate what looks like an elven burial site of some relevance. In addition, the shaft became flooded with monsters upon unearthing the burial. Oh, so it's not just a mine? Not just a mine. Have a little more faith in me, would you? Alright, let's just get to it. Alex, sir. Reporting for duty. Ah, I see. Well, it's a showdown here, alright. Down there, alright. But judging by what the men's have said about you and your pal here, you should make short work of it. I have to guess what the last word is in all these sentences. What should we expect down there? The guards I've got posted said it's mostly slimes and bats that crept out. Something, something, can't promise anything about the interior. This is kind of hard to get through, you know what I'm saying? You were right to call us, though I'm not sure exactly what the goal is. Simple. Go in there, investigate the place, see why there was so many monsters, disarm any traps or other hazards. Got it? Seems simple enough. Check it out. Return back to you with the details. Return back to you with the details. Okay. And here. Handed over 5 healing herbs. What are these for? Figured you could use them in case it gets hairy down there in the crypt. Speak with the miners if you have any other questions. Alright. Oh, this is cool. Cool looking menu. I like the giant pixelated stretched out. I didn't expect it, so I actually kind of like it. Doesn't look like a high fidelity or anything. It's like a blurred pixelated and then blurred. But, you know, it's different. That's what you're looking for. Healing herb. Deal light fire damage to an enemy. Elec uses the power of his ancestors to propel himself into the air, driving down hard. Whip. And that's the description. Whip. Whip. Driving down hard. Whip. I want to say that I like the icon set. That is a really cool looking sword. That looks very VX. But yeah, I like that. Looks like we started with the save file. I've told you everything I know about it. Your best bet would be to talk to the men in the common area, or the soldiers posted in the mine itself. Hey, take all the time you need, boys, sitting around for pay. I was the one who discovered the door, took a swing at some rocks. Next thing I knew, there was a cave-in, and bam, ancient ruins. What about the ruins? Is there anything we should know before we go in? What did they look like? The walls were made from hewn stone, and there were 2 great big dragons looking like they were guarding the door. Dragon something, probably statues or something. Alright, thanks. No problem, guys. Happy to help. Well, I'm not going to talk to everybody because the dialogue needs to be reformatted. It's not a big deal, but it hampers telling the story when I have to guess some of the story. And plus, it makes me sound like I can't read. The wheels are locked shut. This thing won't budge. Here we go. Area 1. I like the Terax lighting. I think it's done alright. Here's our battle. Seems like we're getting in random encounters. The music's pretty good so far. Probably the best thing it's got going on. Sound and music seems to be pretty good. Menu is alright. A lot of default stuff though. It looks like we're using a side view battle system. Flash flame. Let's try that skill. First aid. Nobody's hurt yet. MP. So vitality is our HP. Let's check our... Okay, so we got some action sequencing. Cool. Custom animations. I like it. I like it. I like the charge, the custom charge. Sequencing makes all the difference. And the sound leaping strike. See, that was awesome. Really fun. Highly entertained by that combat. That was great. Okay. Healing herb was found. Crystal water was found. HP and MP? Yeah, 50% and static 200. Crafting item. So it seems to be an upgrade item. This is a plugin from Yenfly, and was it Tigress? I forgot who. Collaboration plugin. Yeah. enemies are using default skills, even though that animation was a default poison, but it was been changed. It's the hue's been changed and the sound effect had been made way better. Let's do Flame Flash on this guy. And no, we don't need to heal yet. I'm gonna save all of David's MP for healing. Wham! Get burned. Oh yeah! Cool. Wait, did I come from this direction? I think I did. Okay, so we used up all of our MP pretty quick on Alec, but I do like those skills. Let's take a look at First Aid. I just want to see it. Alright, great job. I like the battle music too. It's got like a retro feel to it. Ooh, I noticed that custom weapon animation you put there too. I see these things. That's a weapon replace plugin you can get from Aeontale Engine. Or it's forgot the name of the plugin. Weapon I think it's weapon replace. Or attack animation replace, something like that. I mean, if you look for it and you know what you're looking for, you'll find it. Aeontale's got a nice menu page. He's got a nice page set up on his website, aeontale.mo. So we're starting to take a little more damage against these three guys. But we'll just keep healing. So I think I have a better strategy on how to beat these guys now. Is you want to use your moves when you're fighting three of them and kill one of them very quickly, so to minimize the damage you take. With your moves, you kill them very, very fast. Your basic attacks, not so strong. I like the charge animation and the cast animation. I like how your basic attacks are, quite simply, basic attacks. They have their own animation, they have their own action sequence, but it's a very simple. It's what it should be. I don't have to time an attack for my basic attack. I really appreciate that. Like, yeah, it's more interactive, but in the end, it just makes gameplay more frustrating to the average person. Some people will really like that, and it's a big bonus for people, like time attacks on everything, but not really, not a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people enjoy time attacks when done right, you know, like moderate. Like you have, like you'll get a character who has a move, and that move will have a time attack in it. But you don't use that move every turn, or, you know, you won't use that move even every fight. Let's see how hard David hits. So 17 compared to 12. So the axe does more damage. I bet the sword has more accuracy. So we definitely need to get some weapon upgrades, or a bunch of MP restoring items, because the fights are really long if you're just using basic attacks. I think this is fine actually at this point, but what you need to do very soon, hopefully we'll see, is apply weapon upgrades somewhere, like in the dungeon. The player needs to get more attack power very quickly at this point. Or I'm sure as you level up you're going to get more attack power as well. But a weapon upgrade would be very useful. Or I would say reduce... I didn't mean to guard there. I'm trying to think here. I would say reduce the cost of the moves a little bit. And if you have to compensate for balance, which I'm sure you do, also reduce the damage a little bit so the player can use them a little more often. Because there's such a big difference, right? It's like... this will do 100, this will do like 100, this will do like 150 on these because they're probably weak to fire. but this does like 10. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this should do like 20, and then this should do like, probably these damages are about right if you increase the damage of your attack. You could reduce the damage on those moves a little bit if you reduce the MP cost. Because see, this battle felt really slow to me. Because, you know, we're out of MP. I have items, but I'm going to save those for... My idea was to save for the healer, but I think because our offense is so good, spending the MP items on our offensive character to end the fights quickly makes more sense to me now. Because you're going to sustain that damage, and you're going to spend the item anyway to recover. Otherwise, you can end the battle quickly and not have to spend it on recovering. So, this was... yeah, I definitely came backwards. Okay. So I'm going to see if we can run from a fight, the next one. Also, while I'm here, restore 50% of the Oracle's mana. 200 Vitality. We don't need that yet, but we'll probably use those soon. Let's see if we can save it anywhere again. Yeah, we can. We came through here, and then we got the treasure, and then and then I went back down, and that's when I backtracked. But here's the split. I have to go left, so that's the thing. After this battle, which I'm going to try to run from, we got away. Nice. Okay. Alec, did you forget something? I don't think so. Remember that by defending, you regain 10% of your vitality and 20% of your probably MP. Of course, I knew that. Hey, just checking. Don't need to give you that. Oh, that's cool to know. It's good to know. That's a good text pop-up. I'm glad that one was there. That tip was important. Rare herb was found. And a crystal water. A rare herb? Oh, 700. It's like a high potion. Yeah. I actually kind of like this idea better. Herb and for HP instead of potions, and then your potions are HP. I like your icons, and I like your naming convention. So, I didn't mention this earlier, but it's Yanfly's animated SV enemies, I believe. Alright, let's just start off with, that's 5, and then that's also 5. So, from my experience, this did more damage to slimes, but we'll see if it does the same amount of damage to non-slimes. Shred! Man, they hit hard. 68. Flash Flame. Oh, okay, so the slimes have physical resistance. Yo, I get it. The slimes have a physical resistance and our weapons are physical attack. So, the fact that our attacks were only doing about 10-12 damage is because we're hitting the slimes. We actually do more damage on average, but we were being, you know, reduced by percentages. Wata! See, on these things, the Leaping Strike does more damage, but on the slimes, you'd want to burn them. It makes sense. There's strategy in this game. You don't immediately see it, but it's there. Ow. Why only 47? It must be based off of percentage. The formula for that heal has got to be a static number plus a percentage. Bait and switch. I like this level up screen. That's really cool. Thanks for customizing that. That looks pretty cool. So a minor boost, but we got a new skill, bait and switch. That's good. Over here, similar stat change, but no new skills for David. Oh yeah, new skills. Okay, invigorate. Cool. So let's check those skills real quick. Techniques. Bait and switch, 15 MP. Dang. Makes 2 powerful sword attacks against a single target, but it costs a ton. You can only do it once. Invigorate. Boost the attack of an ally by 50%. That's huge, though. but it costs 2 heals. 2.5 heals. All of the sound effects are pleasing and are done right. IMO. Alright, let's burn these. I think we could kill these. Oh, we don't have MP, that's right. Let's try to run. Alright, we got away. Got a healing herb. And a phoenix feather. Okay, so let's use this crystal water again on David, actually. Because that's 5 heals. Okay. Sorry for all the menus. Here we go. We're gonna try to run. Oh, we were surprised. Oh, we can guard and get our MP. So these are not worth melee attacking at all. We guard. I get it. Boost the attack. So this is the setup round. We're going to take some more damage, but now... Actually, the attack power shouldn't matter on these guys. Because we're going to be using magic attack power, as far as I can tell, to burn them. Because that's what does more damage. And I don't think Invigorate was... That was totally not worth it. Yeah. Waste. Big waste. We're going to guard, David. So now we're getting hit for 0, which is breaking the system. Like, we shouldn't already be so strong that these guys don't do any damage. We've been running from fights. We got 1 level and now we're invulnerable. No, guard. Like, taking 0 while guarding, I can understand. That makes sense to me. Because it would give you such a big boost, you know, that a lot of creatures would do 0. We're just gonna get some MP for David. Can heal up after combat. I think I figured out a basic strategy to do this, do the combats. Basically, you want to end the combat fast, burst as much damage, and guard when you're not either healing or dealing damage to keep your MP up. I think the victory music could be changed. That fanfare, that could be something different. Oh God. We've got the initiative. Okay. Well, I kind of just... Well, there's only 2 of them. We'll see if these guys are hitting for 0. Alright, just guard, Alec. And then just attack. Also, you should raise the speed of guard. You should give it, like, guard always is going to go first. All you have to do is change the speed. Casting time. Oh, I keep backtracking myself. Apologize for that. Get lost in caves. Let's escape. Couldn't escape. Okay, so we still take damage. These dogs are the stronger ones. Let's just kill these dogs. These will be the better fight, actually. It's no fun fighting when you just take 0 damage. Boost the attack of an ally. Let's just keep healing them. Yeah. Yeah, because it's got a healing's probably based on a percentage, because when you heal David, it heals for more than Alec, and David has more HP. So I mean, that's what makes sense to me. I like the charge, how you do like this little charge animation. All of those little details add up, like the weapon that you're using, the weapon PNG that you replaced and added the note tag. Like that axe looks pretty VXA's default, but the sword looked not default. It looked different to me. I'm gonna have to pay attention to the direction my character is facing after combat to help me not lose track. Let's run. Cool. Oh, okay, it came up here too. It's like a big labyrinth. Sweet. I like how the encounter rate's high, but it's not oppressive, because it lets you get away. Looks like the miners are right to be concerned. These runes look elven. Judging by the number of monsters down here, too, I can only expect that they see. There's something else. Well, let's crack this sucker open. This thing? Oh, okay, I see. Certain enemies are weak against certain types of attacks. For instance, those slime monsters seem to take more damage from fire. Well, we figured that out. From what I hear about you, Alec, those talents you've got will come in hand. Alright, well, let's go. Upon entering the ruin, the rank smell of carrion assaults your nose. I don't know, Alec. I don't like this very much. Oh, don't be such a baby. There's loot aplenty. I can almost smell it. Uh-huh. It's not the loot you're smelling. What I tell you, this is not going to end well. Have any of our adventures ever ended well? I'm going to assume that question was rhetorical. All joking aside, why are there so many dead in the same place? It looks as though they died defending the entrance from something. Let's just hope whatever it was they're fighting is long dead. Oh, I don't have any more MP items. Let's do a save. Okay, so new area, same enemies. Phoenix Feather. But maybe there's new types introduced in this area only. Another, like, semi-maze. I've seen a lot of directions and places. Like, I'm presented with a lot of choices. Which direction should I go? Oh my god, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, okay. That wasn't the game bugging out. Sorry about that. I think we'll just kill these. We can't run from every battle. Ugh. We're gonna get to the boss and be so under-leveled. I'm gonna be like, yeah, your boss is too hard, he's just too strong, and you didn't balance it, and then I'm like, well, if you didn't run from every fight, probably would have been just about right. So let's not run from every fight. Wonder what this symbol is for. I remember seeing this somewhere else. Can't put my finger on it though. Oh, check that out. That's some doodad work right there. That's pretty badass. I like that. A lot of work gone into that little stone. Good job on the mapping. Damn, an elven force field. Of course. It's almost as though every damn ruin we dive into has some kind of elven hocus pocus that ends up being nothing but an annoyance. On the bright side, I've seen this type before, and it's created by some magical meaning. By some magic something something, sentence goes on, meaning there is probably a switch or lever somewhere around to turn it off. That's the biggest disappointment in the game, though, is just the dialogue being cut off. Rare herb. And there's a little too much dialogue, to be honest. At the beginning, the intro is a little wordy, and the sentences are cut off, so it takes away from it. But if you get past the, you know, that beginning, I think that people will like this combat. I think it's been well designed, and effort has gone into it. The custom weapons, the custom animations, custom attacks, the sequencing. I shouldn't be healing up on these guys. I should pick an easier guy to heal up on, but this worked out fine. Actually, just guard one more time. And you... Well, I didn't mean to guard, but wanted to heal. Actually, that would have been a poor choice. Whatever, let's kill this guy. We never did bait and switch. Let's do it, just to see what it looks like. Here we go! Yeah! Water crash. Cleaver riot. David makes several attacks against the same target that lowers the defense. That's a good one, but it costs 15? That's too much. That's got to be only used on bosses. Water crash. Deal a heavy amount of water damage to an enemy. Okay. Alright, we got fire for 5, and you got water for 10. You can get the next one. Lightning for 20. I'm okay with that. Or 15. Use these crystals, very generic, to restore your party to 100% vitality and magic. Be warned though, they disappear after 2 uses. We'll use it once. Oh, 5 of them. If we try to run in and fail, we're going to take 5 hits. We can use this. A leaping, no. A flash flame will kill views. That'll take 1 out. But they also hit for 0, so it doesn't make much. David makes several attacks against the same target that lowers the defense. Okay, we don't need to do that. But what we want to do, probably just, I don't know, attack the spider. Missed it. Burn. Okay, so they don't hit for 0 all the time. For some reason, those slimes were hitting me for 0 at one point. Or it could be the same, it looks just as like the same creature, but it's a higher level with higher stats. So I think that's probably what it is. I think that we're looking at probably like 10 different versions of these few creatures. Alright. Maybe not 10, but at least several versions of the same, you know, copy, paste, change the stats, and then change the different number. Once you figure it out, the combat's not hard. But if you don't know that guarding will restore your stats, you'll probably die. I think attacks will take them out. Yeah. So I think with this game, it starts kind of rough. Like, it's kind of not the best start of a game, but it turns into kind of a entertaining game. So we're poisoned now. I haven't seen this stat. I know we've been attacked by that skill a few times, so that skill has a chance to poison is what it appears. It doesn't, what would we get, like 3 times or 4 times? So it's got like a 25% chance or 30% chance to poison you something, would be my assumption. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do Leaping Strike on one of those bats, and then David should be able to kill the cave spider with an attack. Then we're going to guard and melee with David. Ooh, 276 on that critical. Do I have anything to cure poison? Or will it wear off over time? Let's see if it wears off after combat. We'll just let it run its course and see if it wears off. Hopefully it does. Persisting poison's so frustrating. Oh, it does wear off. Cool. Healing herb. We need that MP stuff. Ring of Hardiness was found with no icon there. Let's see here. 75 vitality. Yeah, let's put that on. Who's got lower? Elec does more damage, and he has less HP. So we're going to put it on Elec to get the most out of it. He's wearing an iron ring, which gives 3 defense and resistance, though. So he's going to be less tanky. I want him more tanky. We're going to just put it on here, because he doesn't have a ring. Okay. And we'll heal up. Okay. Crystal Water, yeah. I think Crystal Water should restore all of your MP. Here's why. Because guarding recovers 20% of it. And these aren't that common, you know, so they should probably restore all your mana. Or change them to restore a set amount so that they will restore all your mana until a certain point, and then they restore that set amount. Like, make it give 100 set MP, you know, and then they'll fully recover until you've got like 110, and then you know what I'm saying, you get diminishing returns out of it. More dead. I wonder what it was they were all doing in this area. Well, there's a switch over there against the wall. Could that be for the barrier? Possible. Poise Sybil. This chamber is so far off the beaten path, though. Hey, what's that purple stuff? I'm not sure. I've never seen anything like it before. Maybe they're connected somehow? Okay. So just a little mini cutscene. I'm gonna try to run from this. Yes. Okay. I wonder what this substance is. My instincts tells me it's nothing good. Same thing. So we hit that switch. That unlocks the door or something? I don't know. We're gonna try to bounce out of this too. Gotti. So there's like this pond down here, but it doesn't seem to have any restorative properties or anything. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to, because you already included that set crystal. Here's my idea. Let's get out of this fight. Get rid of the save crystal cliche BS thing and make this little water a mysterious pond. Put like some lighting effects. You can get orange lighting. It works with Terrax as well. What is it called? Thomas Edison. It's called Thomas Edison plugin. You could put colored lighting. Put some colored lighting on like a pool of water, and make that water be the way you restore your HP and stuff, instead of this crystal. You know? Ellic, was this here before? Quit your whining. What the hell was that? Uh-oh, boss fight. Oh, some crazy-ass worm. Ellic, the hell is this thing? I read about these things in the library. They're tomb dwellers. They eat the carrion and mold from corpses, keeping them clean and preserving them. I meant, how do I kill it? They don't seem to like water or moisture. If that doesn't work, my axe is strong enough against defending opponents. Water. Got it. Okay. So let's do Water Crash. He's weak to water. And we're going to do Cleaver Riot. We're going to drop his defense. I did like 100 damage. Boom. That did like 200 though. Acid Spew. That was a good use of a default. We're just gonna hammer the water and heal up. We're gonna end up using items because this heal isn't gonna be strong enough. Eventually, we'll see what happens. We've done about 500 damage to him, something around there. Another water crash, another heal. Bam. Water looks cool. Okay, we got a guard and also heal. Slam. I feel like he could do a little more damage, but it's kind of tricky because you don't want him to be too overpowered. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Got a guard. Bloop. Yeah, I feel like he should hit a little harder. He definitely shouldn't be using basic attack as often as he is. This is a turning point in the game. This is like first boss fight. Good impressions. You know, think Final Fantasy VI, the first Welk. Remember Welk? You played Final Fantasy VI, right? Those of you guys Remember, well, like how they made you think about strategy right off the bat in the first boss fight? You got to capitalize on this moment right here. For those who don't know, I don't want to exclude people. For those who don't know, Final Fantasy VI Welp was like this first boss fight that has like a lot of strategy to it, where you have I mean, it's not really the first. Is it really the first boss fight? I can't remember. No, because, well, anyway, it's one of the very first boss fights. It may be the very first boss fight, but it's like a snail and it's a two-part. You have to decide to hit his head or his body, and you basically have to hit his head. But if you hit its body, it does like a lightning bolt auto counter. So it just like, it still gets its turn, but it auto counters with the volt. So you don't ever want to hit its shell. And the trick is you have to hit its head while it's and fight it. When it retreats into its shell, you have to stop. You literally have to stop fighting and heal yourself, and you just wait for the shell to come out. So right off the bat, the game is teaching the player restraint. Like, you have to know when to use your moves and when not to use your moves. This guy's not putting enough pressure and is not requiring enough strategy. And he's not really that entertaining. He looks cool, but he's using basic attack, basic attack. He does use a couple other moves, but very sparingly. And like I said, when the battle isn't threatening, it's also not fun. It has to be a challenge to be I mean, if you're doing a grind session, you can kind of get through some of that, but you don't want the player to feel like they have to get through it. There he is. Kind of anticlimactic. We got a ring of amplification. We got some +1. Oh, you went with the yes. Rewarding weapon upgrades, like I said earlier. Great, great. No new. Oh, we got new skill, Mana Gift. That's good. Damn, that thing was tough. Let's look at our new skill. Mana Gift takes 20 MP, restores 40. Oh, to your ally. That's an awesome skill for this setup, because Alec does all the damage. So really, really good skill. Also, weapon upgrades, I said was very necessary, and there they are. 7 more attack. And 8 more attack. I'm just curious. I would assume that the sword, because it has less attack than the axe, is more accurate, right? Oh, you don't have Yenfly's status, so I can't see my accuracy. That was something I would add, because why not? It doesn't really... It just gives the player, like, I want to see if the sword is more accurate than the axe. And, I can't. Not a big deal, but... I also like the art you've chosen for the save menu. Like the blue, Oh, wait, is this backtracking? I'm going back now. Came down this way. Then I went to the right. Like, you can make each one of those pawns a restore point that you can use once. Here's some braziers. I don't feel like I'm underpowered right now or anything, so I'm just gonna run. Rare herb, 55 gold. Phoenix feather. Just got some more loot. But I'm kind of confused as to what to do. Because now we came here for the loot. I did pull a switch, right? And that actually spawned the big boss, the worm. But after that happens and you beat him, there's nothing. Nothing happens. Like, there's no closure. There's no closure in that boss fight. Was that the end of the demo? There needs to be some sort of... Okay, so anyway, we're going to just backtrack, because maybe it's changed more stuff. Phoenix feather. Excuse me. Whew, I'm beat. Must have been at least 200 stairs. You know, I could use a break too. Hey, Ellie, these statues kind of look like you. You're right. Maybe these rooms were built by my people. Maybe. I have to say, though, that it's remarkable how well preserved the something something sentence goes on. Most places we visit are caving in from the moisture of the flood. Maybe my people were excellent builders. Spell check. Excellent. Could be. I guess we'll never know, though, seeing as how you're the last... I guess we'll never know, seeing how the sentence is cut off. I might be the last of my kind, which is exactly why I need to find out more. Well, what are we waiting for then? Let's check out what's going on up ahead. Ironically, we figure out in the next sentence, but... Area 4. This must be some kind of place of worship. What makes you say that? Look at how meticulously crafted and organized this hallway is. I think you misspelled that again. And well, this is going to sound strange, but I can kind of feel the energy. You're probably right, which means tons of loot, my man. Right, sure. But the music cuts out here. A sudden sense of an ominous presence sends shivers down Ellic's spine. Yes, purposefully cutting the music out, like the music ends when you get to the stage in Mega Man before the boss. The music stops, you go through, and then the boss fight. Come hither, I beckon thee. I really don't like this. I like how there's a camera scroll effect in right there. You guys notice it? Who might you be, I wonder? Ellic, look! He's like you! My name is Ellic. I must apologize, this is misspelled again. I don't know our people's custom some sentence cut off. I hope my humble greetings are sufficient. That will do fine. I am Shapira, leader of the Oracle race, or at least I was. So I'm not the last one then? Sadly, young one, you are the last of our line. You alone carry the burden that we, some all were destined to struggle. What do you mean? I am long dead. I died sometime well over 8,000 years ago, and with me died the rest of our species. It was a solemn day. What happened? Trouble came with a blowing wind. The long version of the tale will have something, because I've waited for a very long time to meet you, Ellic. I wish I could read it all, because I really miss all of the... there's too much text, I've said that already, but regardless if there's... When you can't finish the sentences, it makes lots of holes in the story, and it disconnects the player. So that's the biggest problem for me, is all of this text getting clipped. You know, I can't follow every sentence. Me, how could you be waiting for me? I don't even know I was coming here. I knew you would come, because it's been written for thousands of years. This balcony, where we first met. Who? Who wrote it down? I must know. You alone can answer my questions. I will. I will answer your questions, but it shall be done on my terms. I have a sacred role to play in your destiny. See, all of this text needs to happen while other stuff is going on, I feel. Cutscenes, pictures, something, you know. If you're going to do lots of text, you got to distract the player. My destiny. What am I supposed to do exactly? What is this grand scheme? Now, that sounds counterintuitive. Not distract from the sentence, but you know, eye candy stuff. I cannot tell you yet. Your destiny is after all your own. So how are you supposed to guide me without telling me what is... I will tell you all you must know at any one time. It is you that must choose. Seems I don't have much choice in the matter then, do I? I mean, I'm not good. A wise choice, though. You may find that particular wisdom troubling and... What should I do? Seek out the human who leads the others. He will be expecting you. The Chancellor? If that is what he calls himself, then yes, you are to meet the Chancellor. How could you know that? Do I have any choice in the matter, or am I mere... I regret I cannot afford any more advice at this time. It's actually kind of humorous now. Wait, there is still so much I need to ask. I must take my leave. Do not fret. I will see you soon. Sooner than one might think. It's the fire in the hearts of men that casts the darkest shadow. A shocking revelation that's misspelled for the young Oracle Elic. Was he indeed the last of his kind? Should he heed the words of the mysterious Shapira? Was this all a hallucination? That's a nice fade out. What a messed up situation. Hi, Chancellor Hamidaz. It wasn't a full fade out, so it even has that little, or maybe it was a full fade out, but we were drawing like a Gal's picture over it. Gal's layer graphics or something. Could be done with that. There's no reason to go back out there. All of the sentences are cut off. You don't want to talk about what just happened? I need some time to think about it. Well, that's understandable. Misspelled. But I mean, could that Shaper guy really be telling the truth? Is the High Chancellor expecting to talk to you? I could care less, to be honest. I haven't invested into these characters, because Elic exhales slowly. I told you already. I'm not sure what to think about it. It may have been a trick. These old runes are known for that type of magic, after all. Maybe you're right. The walk back to the mine's entrance felt longer than before. Maybe it was the feeling of guilt Elic was facing, or maybe a heightened sense of things misspelled. He really was the last of his kind, and though he still had his doubts, he knew it in his heart. Awesome. So anyway, that's where I'm going to cut this first impressions episode. I think that's a good enough point to leave it off. We did get some closure to that. That I do feel like the story at the end was necessary, but I felt it was too long. It just needed to be trimmed up a little bit. The grammar, you got to check your grammar, your spelling, and your formatting. Formatting is the problem with this game. Oh my god, how do you expect someone to enjoy your story if every sentence gets cut off? Every other sentence gets cut off. Anyway, I thought your game was great. Really good job with the battle system. I like the difference. The game felt very different from a lot of other games I played, and that's kind of what I'm after. I like different experiences and seeing the same art in a different way, seeing the same thing in a different, hearing the same song in a different way. You know, I like listening to covers of different versions of songs for the same reason, because it's like if I go to see a band live, I don't want to hear the way it sounds on the CD. I want to hear a different version. I want to hear a live version of it, because if I want to hear the way it sounds on a CD, I'll play the damn CD. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing for games. When I see these default assets, I want to see them in a different way. I'd rather not, but I understand not everybody can make their own assets. I can't make all my own assets either. So use what you have, but put it serve it up in a different way that hasn't been done. Or at least is very fun. The gameplay and the combat was pretty tight. It was right on. Your combat system, your balancing the game was really good, except for a few points. The slimes at the beginning, there's a couple of them that are too weak and they'll hit for 0. You gotta look at the numbers on those guys, or use armor scaling plugin. The other things, the menus look good. I would say add that plugin. The status, the Aeontale status core, so we can check our hit rate and stuff if we wanted to. The sound effect and everything everything was sound about right. The animations and the animation sequences were pretty good. There were some default, but the default has been served up in a different way, so I kind of like that. Oops, we forgot to let the captain know about the runes. So we're stuck in this until we go back and talk to the captain and continue on, but that'll be for next time, and probably in a different version. But anyway, that's going to do it for my first impressions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this first impression video, please give it a thumbs up, like, favorite, share it with your friends if you think they'll enjoy this game. I think we'll do another first impressions today. Maybe we'll do another look video or something. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Love you, all my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. One more thing. Like I said in my last, I think it's good if I include this. Put your comments on this in the comments below. Let the dev know what I missed, because I will hear about it in one way or the other. Let the dev know what I missed. And tell the dev the things that I missed, because I bet there's about 10 things that I missed in this. I can't get everything in every video, but let them know what I missed. I know some of you guys will spot some things that I didn't see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for your support and your feedback and all of everything you guys do. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to let you guys know that I really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.